Surprise, surprise, I am actually a giant map nerd. I know, who would have guessed? I feel like no one in history could have predicted this. I like analyzing and guessing the Electoral College and looking at the Electoral College and looking up all these different scenarios and things like that. And I see everyone coming out with their Electoral College predictions, so I'm like, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Now, my opinions about the Electoral College and like the system itself and if we should use it or not is a little bit different. But when it comes to just analysis and predictions and, it's literally maps and numbers and math. Obviously, this is going to be my stuff. I think it's fun. So I felt like I should throw my hat in the ring and see if I can get the presidential election here in 2024 correctly. Well, this is interesting because I have kind of an unfair advantage. I'm literally recording this like 12 hours before we're supposed to. It's not even an unfair advantage. We still don't know, but there has been, I think, 70 million votes casted already. It's looking like this is going to be another very high turnout year, which is interesting. I don't know if we were 100%, if this was going to be a super high turnout, but then again, we still have like another half. We're assuming it's a high turnout year. Actually, I could be wrong. It actually might not be a high turnout year. It just might be a lot of people voted early. So famously, there were 7 swing states. I loaded up this page from this website, and it looks like they're now predicting there's only 6. They're already saying that Arizona is going Trump. I will say, I think this is going to be a very close election in terms of popular vote, but also that's not a crazy statement to say. I mean, Biden won electorally kind of by a landslide, but he only won by 10 million extra votes, which is not that much, all things considered. They're predicting this is going to be even more of a close one in terms of popular vote. It could be, again, the electoral system is weird, so it could be a close popular vote, but it can be it could be a landslide electoral college results. So, or vice versa. So you never really know. So that's interesting that this website already has an Arizona light red, when up until this moment they were saying that it was a toss-up. Nevada is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to start with Nevada because I feel like I am most qualified to talk about that, even though I'm not. I'm from LA, but I like to visit Nevada. I've seriously considered about moving to Nevada a lot. I know I'm a Californian, and they're probably rolling their eyes, and everyone's just like, no, don't do that. But yes, I feel like the only state that I really can, if I'm qualified to talk about any of these swing states, to be honest, the only one that I could maybe justify would be Nevada. So Nevada is a very blue state, but they're saying it's going to vote Trump. There was a lot of early voting data that said that there are more Republicans being turned out than ever before. Turning out than ever before. Being turned out sounds like a very different phrase. So what? I'm going to be honest. I'm thinking it's going to be light Trump victory. Light Trump victory in Nevada. That'd be very shocking. There's going to be, I think, a lot of shocking things this night. I also want to say that I don't think we're going to know the results. I'm going to guess we're not going to know the results Tuesday night. It's going to take till like Wednesday night, especially for like something like Pennsylvania. I mean, you're looking at maybe less than a 10,000 vote. It might be like 2000 Florida all over again, where Florida and Bush, Florida, George Bush and Al Gore, we had no idea who was going to be the president. Congress had to step in. I hope that's not what happens, but it could be something like that. So I think that, Nevada's going to barely go Trump very, very lightly. I'm also going to say that Trump is going to re-win Georgia very slightly. It's going to be close. He's going to very solidly take Florida now, and I think he's going to take Georgia, but it's going to be close, maybe by like a point again. So already that pulls him at 252. Those are easy. Well, actually, Nevada is a scary one. I think it's kind of safe to say that he's probably going to win Georgia again. When it comes to these last 4, it gets a lot more tough. So it looks like he could lose North Carolina, even though he won North Carolina both times in 2016 and in 2020. Donald Trump did. It's looking like he's scared because he was doing a lot of rallies. My bad. I was gonna say conferences in North Carolina. I think he's a little bit concerned about that. So it's possible that North Carolina goes blue here. Which Obama won. So I kind of am leaning that it is gonna go light blue. It's gonna go Kamala again, which would be crazy. I mean, not that crazy, but it would be a very different divide. I'm predicting a very close electoral college race personally, but it also depends. Obviously, the actual voting day itself is going to be big. There's been more early voting in this election than ever before. It really, what it comes down to me, this is my prediction here. Republicans have come out and done early voting more than they've ever done before. Obviously, way more than 2020. So how many are left when it comes to showing up the day of? In 2020, a lot of Republicans showed up and voted day of. This was also during COVID, though. So I can't, I mean, I feel like because so many have early voted, there's not going to be the same sort of people, like, you know, the massive amount of people showing up to the polls on the day of, right? So that's something that I'm predicting. I'm going to say Michigan's gonna be really close. I don't think it's gonna be as close as Pennsylvania. I think that she very easily could win both Wisconsin and Michigan, putting her at 267. And then it comes down to just Pennsylvania. I think this might be the scenario that we're looking at here, honestly. I think that she wins Wisconsin, she wins Michigan, she wins North Carolina, and then obviously Virginia. They got her winning Virginia, but and then we're gonna get down to like a 10,000. This is gonna be so messy if that's what occurs. But this is what I'm feeling here, honestly. And who knows who comes out in Pennsylvania? I think it's gonna be an absolute mess. I think it's going to get messy, to be honest. Just now that I'm looking at this map, I'm like realizing I think this is going to be messy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do a dark blue. It's going to be barely, but she's going to continue her quote unquote blue wall here, and I don't know. I'll be honest. My instincts for some reason are telling me Trump, but my brain and like when it comes to I'll give you a little insight. My instincts are telling me Trump, but I put money on Kamala to win because she was so. The polls had her. A lot of the betting markets had her so low, like 35%. I'm like, come on, she's like 35%. Let me throw some money at that because I don't think she has a 35% chance of winning. I think it's a coin toss, to be quite honest. So I threw money at her. So financially, my wallet said Kamala, but that's because of those odds. But my instincts are telling me Trump. But that also could just be because of past data, 2016 and 2020. Things are such a different world right now. I didn't know who I was going to pick before I started recording this video. I think it's going to be a light Kamala, to be honest. I think a light Kamala here, and it's going to get messy. But who knows? We'll see how accurate my map. I mean, I just had to throw in my prediction here because everyone's throwing their maps out, and it's like, hey, maps. I literally look at this stuff the whole time. But this is probably what I think is going to happen, but I don't think we're going to know for a couple days because they're going to recount those votes. I think it's going to take till Wednesday night. I hope that our system kind of surprises us, but I guess we'll see. We will see. I'm hoping by Wednesday night we'll at least know. I hope this doesn't get dragged out. I hope that it's kind of I just hope that it's not like up for debate because that's going to get really messy. And yes, but let me know if you think I'm wrong. But we'll definitely come back to this and I'll see what I got right and wrong. And I'm sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of things, a plethora of things to talk about next week on this channel, Drew IRL. So please subscribe and I'll let you know how wrong I was and my thoughts. And I don't know. I like politics. I like reviewing politics from like a neutral perspective because it is just a game. I know people get really sucked into it, and people are going to be really sucked into it. But at the end of the day, at the core of it, it's a video game. It's not a video game, but it is a game. And